Hello everyone, welcome back to TALKCHAIN. So let me do a little bit of introduction first. I'm Delina from TALKCHAIN, and basically TALKCHAIN is a Chinese crypto media based in Malaysia, and we aim to serve the Chinese blockchain market in delivering high quality content. And today in this video, we are very pleased to have Jason Chiu here from Access Blockchain and Bitcoin Malaysia. So hi Jason.
Hello, hi Delina. Thanks for having me here.
Hi, so Jason, do tell us about yourself and your involvement in this blockchain space.
Thanks, Delina. So I started in the blockchain industry about 4 years ago. Back then, it was very hard to understand, very difficult to understand this space. I got involved with Bitcoin Malaysia first, the largest cryptocurrency community group in the country. We currently have like 61,000 people. And what I do there is I help to educate and advocate on what is Bitcoin, what are cryptocurrencies, how do you tell what is real, how do you tell what is fake, so that more people become educated and they stay away from scams. So that's how I got involved in the blockchain industry.
All right, so can you share us a little bit more about Access Blockchain and Bitcoin Malaysia?
Yes, I definitely can. So today I'm serving as the Vice President of the Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia. Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia was founded in 2017 by founding members that include Colbert from Bitcoin Malaysia, Suraya Zainuddin from Ringgit or Ringgit Personal Block Finance, Matthew Tan from Etherscan, Nas, Azam, Renee from Luxtech, a whole range of people who basically got together and they said that we need an association that represent the industry. Because back then, there was so much that there wasn't a lot of coordinated effort. A lot of people were just doing their own thing. In order for this industry to grow, we needed something that can interface with the regulators. And I think that Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia played a huge role in shaping where we are today right now. Back then, I remember in 2017, there were discussions, talks of banning cryptocurrencies and entirely. But thanks to the work that was done by the previous committees, that's how we arrived to where we are today. Today, we have cryptocurrencies are regulated, and we have 3 regulated digital asset exchanges, Luno, Synergy, and Tokenize. I think that has a lot to do with what Access has done in the past. Another thing that Access does also is educate people about the underlying technology that is blockchain, because not all blockchain use cases require a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are special because they use the underlying technology blockchain to create more trust and confidence when you transact using cryptocurrencies. But the use cases are actually much more than that.
So what about Bitcoin Malaysia?
Bitcoin Malaysia is a community group that started in 2012 by Colbert. And back then, it started out as a very simple blog website. It's just a normal website, very ugly, as well. All right, sorry, Colbert. But back then, it was just black and white Arial fonts and stuff like that. But what it did was it became a place where people could get information about Bitcoin. Like, where can you get Bitcoin? What can you do with Bitcoin? Now that you have Bitcoin, where can you spend it? What can you do with it? Where can you buy more? Where can you sell? And over the years, Bitcoin Malaysia has then since grown organically through many, Yamcha Teh Tarik session to become the largest cryptocurrency community group. We work really hard to keep the group active, spam-free, scam-free, and the group is entirely moderated by volunteers.
I see. So back to Access Blockchain. So what are the main goals perhaps for this year and the achievements and milestones so far for this association?
So if I were to summarize, there's a short version and there's a long version to this. If I were to summarize what Access goals are, it's basically to continue raising awareness of blockchain as a technology, as well as to grow the industry. these are basically the two main objectives of Access Blockchain. Right now, the blockchain industry hit a milestone of $1 trillion in January this year. So it does not make sense that we still maintain, okay, at our level, the kind of conversation that prevents us from basically becoming a main player in this area. I think that Malaysia is very well positioned. We have a lot of talent. Okay, it's just that still a lot of people do not know what blockchain technology is from a lot of different segments. Blockchain can be used to help improve a lot of the processes and cooperation between government agencies, for example.
Yeah.
But right now, I believe, okay, that the conversation on the regulator side, right, on the regulator and the government, on the top level, I think, okay, has improved a lot over the years, but still kind of like the front line and the middle, the people, the frontline people, the execution, right, they still do not know what blockchain is. So a lot of education work still has to be done on those levels. They still think that blockchain is, get rich quick scheme, okay, this thing, okay, that scams and stuff like that. So we need to go and correct that perception. Only after that, then we can grow the industry. Grow the industry by implementing more use cases, solving more problems. And when this industry grows and has a lot of economic activity, I think it is going to be very good for the country.
So in terms of the regulatory landscape, as you mentioned just now, so is that will be the main focus in Malaysia this year? What do you think about the regulatory landscape?
So this is a very, how do I say, okay, it's a very delicate process because the role of the regulators and the government, I think stability, consumer protection, okay, are their main objectives. Okay, so that is why I think that's the reason why they decided to regulate when it comes to cryptocurrencies. The first thing that they wanted to regulate was the trading of these digital assets like Bitcoin, etc. Because I remembered in 2019 January, there were probably hundreds of companies operating in Malaysia receiving cryptocurrency deposits, right? And some of them were scams. In fact, a lot of them, okay, took the deposits and ran away with investors' money. Now that, we have 3 regulated digital asset exchanges like Luno, Synergy, and Tokenize, what that means is that Malaysians have 3 places where they can legally buy and sell crypto like Bitcoin. They also have 1 layer of consumer protection, which means that because these companies obey the law of the land and they have to go through a lot of heavy costs to be compliant, okay, with the regulation. Thus, there's less likelihood that they will do something funny with your money because they have all these compliance that they have. So that's the plus side. I think this is progress for the country.
All right. So next up, in terms of the distributed ledger technologies, because as what I can observe in Malaysia, in banking industry, they are starting to adopt these technologies and research in this part of this. So can you share your views about this?
I think that we have moved quite a lot forward compared to 3 years ago. Back then, blockchain use cases were scarce. And today we are seeing more maturity in this area. Still can improve. For those who do not know what blockchain is, let me just quickly give an example. Blockchain is a way of organizing data so that nobody can copy and paste the records. So that's basically, and Bitcoin was the world's first demonstrate the benefits of this. Because Bitcoin is the world's first money, digital money that cannot be copy and paste, because what's behind Bitcoin is a decentralized distributed network of computers that make sure that the integrity, okay, of the records are upheld, and nobody is basically cheating. So the same thing can be applied when you don't do with money, right? Which let me give you an example of areas where blockchain can be immediately used. One of them would be supply chain provenance. For example, halal industry. So to people, the halal certification is very important. Thus, they would need the confidence, okay, that the products are actually sourced, okay, compliance to their religious practices, right? Okay, so that is one area that some local use cases that's happening there. I'll give you one more example, okay, which is a little bit more current.
Yes, sure.
Vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine administration. Want to be accountable for the inventory of the vaccine, who is it going to, where is it going to, who has received it, what are the results, okay, of that. Those are the things, okay, which can help make the process much better.
The next questions will be about digital assets, which is also known as cryptocurrencies. So in terms of this, what are your views about the acceptance of Malaysians towards these digital assets?
I think that's a very good question. Okay, I think digital assets currently at its current state requires a lot of education. It's not for everyone. First and foremost, anyone who has trouble opening email, please don't use cryptocurrencies. Nothing against them. It's just that it requires a high learning curve. I think that the younger generation will pick it up much faster. Okay, but you know, if let's say for example, left click, right click also have trouble, right? It increases the risk, okay, of making mistakes. So that's the first thing about digital assets. The second thing, okay, that people need to be aware is in terms of the number one risk is scam. After looking at all the risks, right? Okay, there's like so many risks. There is, you know, I do not know what to press risk. I press the wrong button. I send to the wrong fella risks, you know, those kind of risks. But the number one risk still is scams, because this is a space which has generated a lot of wealth for a lot of people, a lot of early adopters. That is true.
Yes.
However, this has also attracted a lot of bad actors come in and abuse people's ignorance about the technology, and they bait them during this very challenging time that there's a new way of making money. So what they do is that they would ask them to invest into a program where they take their money and then they run away with it, and people don't actually know.
Yes.
So this is something, okay, that isn't going to go away soon. People just need to be aware. People need to be more aware about this technology. This is a space where, despite all that's going on, is growing really, really fast. So I mentioned earlier that the blockchain industry hit a milestone of $1 trillion in January this year. In February last month, okay, it hit 1.8. Now, it took 12 years for this industry to hit 1 trillion. It only took 1 month for it to grow another 80%. This would give you some kind of indication that this is an industry that is fast growing, in need of a lot of talent, okay, and good people. So it is worthwhile to actually explore this industry.
Okay, so last but not least, so what are your advice for those who want to enter this space? What are the knowledge and the practice accumulations that should pay attention to?
So hashtag not financial advice. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. You will never hear me say buy this or sell that. now or something like that. No. Okay, this space from an investment point of view, right? Investor point of view, you need to go into this with extreme skepticism. And you need to accept, okay, that it takes a person with very high risk appetite in order to invest in cryptocurrency, because it is, when you get yourself educated, then you reduce the risk factor. But from the get-go, it is it's something that is high risk. What I would advise people, okay, in terms of entering the blockchain industry, learn how to code. JavaScript, Solidity, React, Node.js. I think that learning how to code will become a very it's a superpower, right? And if you can learn how to code, you can become this very high in demand, attractive person that the industry would basically want to absorb you if you are good. I wish that I had that skill. It's not for everyone, right? Because you need to like, okay, actually math and programming. Eventually you will realize whether you like it or you don't like it. But it is an invaluable skill, very, very high in demand. And because the kind of projects are global in nature, right? The income usually, okay, is basically earn a wage, like kind of like on the global kind of things. It's not surprising if a good blockchain developer can earn a starting salary of 6,000 ringgit. If you don't have coding skills, the other day somebody in the group asked, what if I have project management skills? Also can. Because a project requires a project manager. Make sure that the timelines are correct. Make sure that each person in the team is accountable. Make sure that you communicate with the media, right? All these are important skills in a project. If you don't have coding skills, you can go and look at the industry. Look for a project that you like, because there are a lot of them. And then engage with the project usually in Discord. Listen to what they need. Ask them what is needed, and offer your services. Offer your help. Play a minor role. Earn their trust. Demonstrate value. Demonstrate that you are super helpful, right? And that would open up opportunities. And if you do that, I have a strong feeling, okay, that will be one of the best decisions that you make for 2020.
All right. So thank you very much, Jason, for all of your sharings and the talks today in this video. Thank you again. And yeah, so we have basically come to the end of this video. And last but not least, remember to subscribe, to like and share this TALKCHAIN channel, and follow our Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram. Also, not forgotten to follow the Access Blockchain and Bitcoin Malaysia's channels and social medias as well. All right, so guys, we will see you in the next video. And thank you, Jason. We will see you again. Thanks. Bye-bye.